Christian parenting.
Support for Pairadocs comes from the Timothy Center, your online counseling center, no matter where you live. The Timothy Center is a faith-based counseling center in Austin, Texas, offering online teletherapy for those that live in Texas but outside the Austin area. If you have questions and would like to consult with Jimmy, Josh, or one of their licensed professionals, visit them at timothycenter.com. Recording live from Austin, Texas, powered by the Christian Parenting Podcast Network, a conversation about marriage and family that women will love and guys won't want to turn off. Doctors Jimmy Myers and Josh Myers are a Pairadocs.
We have some big news. For those of you that are new to our little podcast, welcome. We are Pairadocs. I'm Jimmy, and that over there
is Josh.
Father, son, both of us are PhDs, counseling psychology, so there are two doctors, a pair really. There's a pair of doctors, short for docs.
Gosh,
there's a pair O-docs.
See what you did there.
I know. Huh. And we've been doing Pairadocs since 2016. We've been talking about parenting and marriage and family and social issues as they relate to the family. And, of course, the Mexican food served at Enchiladas y Mas.
Can I talk now?
Yep.
Go ahead. What you'll find out is he talks a lot. My father loves to hear himself talk.
Because I am verbose.
And he also loves Enchiladas y Mas. He just mentions it. It's a Mexican food restaurant.
Which is why I'm morbidly obese.
Like Jesus, once dead but is now alive.
Yes. The COVID thought it killed it. But it didn't. Up from bankruptcy, it rose.
3 months later.
Yes.
3 months later. Isn't that like a Easter song?
Nope, it's not.
Anywho, for those of you that know all of this and have been listeners, welcome back. And here's the big news. Drum roll, please.
It is big news.
We are excited to be joining the Christian Parenting Podcast Network.
And here's why that matters. Over the last 4 years, we've been working really hard to kind of get out our voice, our family, ministry resources out to the world, and we've been extremely humbled by your response.
The 3 or 4 of you that regularly listen?
No. We're to double digits.
Really?
Don't sell ourselves short. But we want to serve more parents because we believe that God has raised you up as a Christian parent for such a time as this.
And now, in partnership with Christian Parenting, we can join other parents and podcast hosts in getting these much-needed resources out to the world. More ears listening, more changed hearts, more kids being raised in the hope of the gospel. Here's what to expect in the weeks and months to come.
I don't want to get in the weeds, but we're going to start with undeserved praise, giving our kids undeserved praise. Sweetie, you can be anything. Not really. No, not really true. I don't care how young or lithe I once was. I was never going to be a premier ballerina. Can a guy be a ballerina? Is that a ballerina? A ballerina senior? I don't know what a male ballerina.
You were really
dancer.
Good when I was growing up at telling me I was going to be bad at things. So thank you.
Keeping it real.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to talk about, and these are just a few of the topics, what intimacy is. We all talk about it. We all say we want it, but what is it? And if we all want it, how come we don't have it already? We're going to talk about confirmation bias. That sounds very textbookish, but you're going to find out why I'm going to just jump out on a limb. 9 out of 10 of the arguments you have in your home and within your family relate back to confirmation bias. And then just our fourth thing gets you into the month of us moving on to that network. What makes relationships in the family work? I had a guy just this week who just said, I'm out. My daughter doesn't like me. I don't like my daughter. My wife doesn't like me. I don't like my wife. What makes good, godly relationships work?
So we would love for you to subscribe to Pairadocs wherever you get your podcasts, or subscribe to our email list on christianparenting.org/visionary families so you don't miss any episodes.
And remember that caring is sharing, or you can remember that sharing is caring. Either one. It goes both ways. Don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, other folks that have children, or anyone passing by on the street. Our first new episode with the Christian Parenting Podcast Network is going to be September 7th. That is Labor Day. put down anything that you might be working on, gather the family around the hearth, and listen to Pairadocs. See you on September 7th.
For more information about the voice of the Pairadocs podcast, Julie Lyles Carr, go to julielylescarr.com. And if you want more details about what was discussed on today's show and find the archive of all our past shows, go to paradocspodcast.com.